Happy Sunday. Hello, everyone. Well, I wanted to share something with you that my friend brought back from one of the sacred sites, that she was in. Not, what do I want to say? She didn't get it from there. She brought it into there, and it holds all kinds of energy. This is golden quartz crystal egg, and this is what she has to say about it, the birthing stone. In the year of emergence, we are all rising from chaos. These beautiful golden quartz egg holds a powerful essence to support one in moving through the times of change. In alchemy, the egg stands for the chaos that contains the captive world soul. Out of the egg will rise the phoenix, known as the liberated soul. These golden quartz eggs hold the essence of both the crystal and the power of the sun. Charged in the energy of the summer solstice, when the sun is at its highest point and the greatest amount of light is present on Lady Gaia. Known as the golden healer, golden quartz connects us to the golden ray, the golden light of the universal life force, divine spirit, source, or creation, and is considered one of the master healers. It allows the golden ray to flow into the body through the crown chakra and fully activate the stellar stargate. This high vibrational energy spreads its golden light throughout the body as it clears blockages and imbalances that ready the body for multi-leveled healing, and even reaches into our very cells to activate our crystalline 12-strand DNA. Its energy is powerful, yet gentle and soothing. And I really haven't had a lot of time to sit with it yet, but I'm very drawn to it. I just love the shape of those of you that love crystals. I love the shape of the egg. And the egg makes me think of what we're all going through right now. Myself, I've been feeling like I'm birthing something. Maybe you have felt the same ways. I literally feel like my belly, like I'm birthing something, like there's something new that's trying to be birthed or come out of where I've been. And when you think of birthing, you have a gestation period, whether it's an animal birthing, a person birthing, whatever, and where you have to kind of sit with everything and be with it. And then all of a sudden the creation is ready to come out into the world. So we start by planting a seed, being in that place, and as we plant the seed, we nurture it. It's same as with a garden, right? You have to feed it, you have to water it, you have to have sun, all of that. And then we get into a space of just allowing to just love it, nurture it, send good vibes, and then when it's ready, it comes out into the world as a new creation. And I feel like I'm doing that personally right now, getting ready with work and all of that to birth something greater than the sum total of what I've had before. And also for us as a collective consciousness, I feel like the egg is a lot bigger than this, and we're ready to birth something. And I love this particular stone because the golden ray, gold is the highest color, right? So gold, and also the stellar star systems. I'm from the stars. I love the stars. And this just reminds me of that, of being, it's almost like as above, so below. The top is the crown and the stellar stargate above, and here's the groundedness of earth. So we take what's going on up here, we take what's going on down here, and we birth something new. So it always reminds me of that 1 and 1 is 3 that I was told 30 years ago from Spirit, that when you have something, you take the creation of what you're trying to have happen, and you take your energy and then you surrender and let it go, which brings in the divine energy to help you even more. So this is a powerful stone, just in case anybody would like to work with the golden ray. We all come in on different color rays based on what we're working on in this lifetime. And some of us have sub-rays, which are like all the different colors of the rainbow. And some of us have sub-rays that we're working on. And we have teacher rays and healer rays and all of this kind of stuff. So just allowing that and knowing that we're all here for one main purpose, but we each express it differently. Some of you are born on the red ray, which is all about the physical. Some of us are born on the violet ray, which is all about the spiritual. And we have other sub-rays that we're very sensitive to. So it doesn't matter, you don't really need to know much about that, but I love crystals anyways, and what I'm going to say to you is play with some different ones and see which ones don't read the books. You know, when you go into a crystal place, don't be looking at every book and what does this mean? What does that mean? Use your intuition. What am I drawn to? Ooh, I love this color. Ooh, I love the texture of this. Whatever it is. Ooh, I love the shape of this. And then look it up and know that you're being guided into something much greater. All right. So today we're going to start with, for this week up and coming in August. Weeks are flying by. These are from Gabby Bernstein. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Ain't that the truth? So when somebody's living their truth, being in their truth, there is something that draws you to them. You just love it. You feel good about it. You feel like, wow, they're real. And that's what I want to say about that. I feel like I want to pull two more of hers. Plain and simple. No definition, just plain and simple. I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. And a lot of you have been using that unapologetic. I see it in people's Facebooks and their things they're offering, their offerings and everything. And yeah, we shouldn't have to apologize about what we want, because Spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, wants us all to have everything that we want. And wherever you put your energy is what comes out of that. All right, so the universe works fast when I'm having fun. So true. What people don't understand is that when you're doing something that you absolutely love, what happens to your vibration? When I'm out dancing and I absolutely love dancing, my vibration's off the charts because I'm into the music, I'm feeling good, and music itself has its own vibration. And watching which kind of music you like, because a lot of the bass, really heavy duty bass stuff is going to bring you here. And like I absolutely, well, not to dance to, but when I'm listening to music, I love the harps and the strings and the violins and all that, which are the very high frequencies. So whatever it is, when you want to shift something, get out and dance, go for a walk, go for a bike ride, go for a hike, go on a boat, whatever it is for you that brings your energy up, and allow. So already this week we have, there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. So what is your truth? Be in your truth. And then focus on what you're trying to bring in by having fun. Okay, we have Earth Magic here by Stephen Farmer. Oh, love, compassion. Isn't that a lovely card? So that's for this week. Let's see what else besides the obvious. What are they trying to tell us? In this beautiful image, we see hands reaching towards each other through a heart. The green field surrounding them is the color of the fourth or heart chakra. It's when we feel love in our heart center that we not only naturally emit healing energy of compassion, but we also attract love and compassion. Okay, so it says all wounds stem from the illusion of separation from source and all of creation. The route to healing this wound is through cultivating love and compassion for every being on this planet, including yourself. Not a bland standard of unquestioned acceptance, but a heartfelt sense of profound relatedness to whatever you perceive as apart from yourself. The compassion requires not only the feeling of warmth that emanates when you are in touch with your heart center, but in acts of kindness, even if this simply means being a fully attentive listener. We talked about that, I think it was last week, about the importance of not just talking, but listening. And I really think it's an art. And you get more from it when somebody's just holding space and listening for you than blah, blah, blah. This is what I know. Oh, that happened to me. How about this? You know, you should hear what happened to me. No, shut up and listen. Repeat the fact that your heart is a giver, putting out electrical energy, and a receiver, drawing in magnetic energy. These energies are best sensed by attending to the steady flow of your breathing while noticing your heart area. Righteousness, fear, anger, and judgment are some common ways to block your natural desire to love. Forgiveness is not only letting go of judgment, but also seeing through the illusion that you and all that is are separate. Look about you and inside of you and do your best to love whatever you are. And I want to say, whoever you are. You know, sometimes people have made comments to me, oh, how can you deal with that? Why are you supporting that person or whatever? It's like, you know, it's going to make me cry. Isn't that weird? I try to see people as spirit sees them. That when people make stupid choices, and I'm going to call them stupid choices that harm themselves or others, it's almost like I can hear that whole Jesus thing. They know not what they do. And so I try, I mean, I'm human, it's not all the time, but I try to hold a space of compassion and love for each and every person and know that they will find their way. And that's when that listening comes in too. If you can just listen and support them instead of saying, oh my God, you're in pattern in relationship. The last two idiots you went out with did the same thing to you. No, does anyone want to hear that? No, we don't. We've all been in that place, right? We don't want to hear that. We just want to hear, okay, I'm going to hold space for you. And if you can hold space in a way that is without judgment and knowing they'll find their way, 9.5 times out of 10, they will. I don't want to hold the space for you to make the mistake over and over again. Instead, I want to hold the space that says, I know you'll find your way out of this. It's like being in one of those escape rooms. If you've ever been in one and you can't get out and you're trying to find the way out of the room. And then when you surrender, all of a sudden there's the escape door or whatever, and you're able to just move through it. And you're like, my God, I didn't see it before. Yeah, when you're ready, Spirit will appear with the solution. All right. For everybody for this third week, I'm going to pull 3 of these. Partnerships and alliances. And I'm not reading these out of the book. But what I'm going to say is this is very much just like it sounds. You know, who are your partners? Who are your alliances? And I think this week, what this is telling us is to reach out. If you need support, reach out to those people that are there for you. They may not be the most knowledgeable about what you're going through, or they may, depending on who you are and where you're going. But partnerships and alliances, who are those people? Is it your mom that holds space for you? My mother was phenomenal. God rest her soul. But she was phenomenal. Never did she not express love to me. I don't care. She used to work, those of you like Donna and some of you that have been with me forever, remember my mother, and she worked in my store in Indian Orchard. And it was the funniest thing because people would come in and talk to her about aliens, and my mother would be like, oh, okay. Non-judgmental curiosity. That goes a long way. They would come in and say, oh my God, this happened to me, and your daughter helped me with this. My mother didn't understand that, but she understood that they appreciated me for what I did. And so there were times when I would choose to speak to her. She didn't have a clue about this kind of stuff and what I did, but she was more spiritual than most. So, we have to get out of our we have to get out of our spiritual snobbiness and say that, just by the values people hold, they're spiritual, even if they don't know about ascension and everything else, right? So this week, reach out. Okay, I'm going to pull another one for this week. Oh, I love that. The light. Look at that energy. So this is, it's funny, but she's got her arms up like this. And some of you would remember me from a long time ago when I was in the Indian Orchard. And I worked with the angelics for a long time. And they would teach me how to weave strands of light. And that's what this reminds me of. Look at her hands. I haven't done that in a while because you have so many tools and then you forget or go to the same ones. It's like looking in your closet. You have a million clothes, but you tend to wear the same clothes all the time. I'm comfortable in this. So this to me says we're reaching for the light. We're weaving the light. We're bringing more light down. So I love that. Regardless of what's happening this week, here's the light. Last one for these. Rejoice in celebration. Boy, this looks like it's going to be a powerful week. And this is about, just like it says, celebrating. Whatever your celebrating is, they're toasting, but whatever it is for you, it looks like we are going to have some breakthroughs. And I want to say for the collective this week, knowing that more light is pouring on the planet, things are starting to change, and a good time has been had by all. So keep your eyes open. Oh, boy, I think this is going to be a spectacular week. Tender embrace. Look at those beautiful elephants. I had just reposted, somebody had it on Facebook about these elephants and how sweet they were. Swimming in a pool, having a sense of humor and nudging the person, taking their hat. I just love that. And it's such a shame that not everybody appreciates the beings that they are. These giant beings that has giant love within them and are so gentle. So, tender embrace. Let's see what this has to say. Key concepts: compassion, warm-heartedness, care for self and others, sensitivity and empathy, benevolence, kindness. Put your hand on your heart and breathe deeply, inhaling a sense of gratitude. How do you feel? Keep doing this, running into the world around you. Tuning into the world around you. Others you know, even those you don't know. Can you feel compassion for them? What were we just talking about? So funny. Compassion is an emotion of tenderness and sensitivity. It's a feeling of benevolence and reverence as you stand witness to the suffering of the world. Now is the time to reduce that pain and focus on compassion in all areas of your life. Today, do something deliberately kind for another. Even looking a stranger in the eye and smiling can make a world of difference. The questions to ask now are, where do I need to be kinder and gentler? How can I serve And in what capacity can I be in alignment with the solution to the suffering of the world? Could it be that you need to be more compassionate towards yourself? If you spend all your time in service to others, it's easy to forget about your own needs. When you accept yourself, you can be more loving, bring more loving energy to others. Today, make a commitment to practice self-compassion. Sorry, I saw this little teeny ant climbing on my cards here, and I'm going to be compassionate to you because I don't kill things. Release yourself from the burdens of perfectionism. Allow yourself the grace to be human, and then do the same for others. It's not your job to tell others how to express themselves, even if you don't like the way the world's behaving. Today, be kind for no reason at all, and watch miracles arise. Wow, I love that one. That's a biggie. So look at the power in this week. We have one more to go from Star Temple. Boy, this keeps coming up a lot for me personally, and in this for you. The Amber Star, let go, I surrender, and allow myself to grieve. Remember I showed you this a few weeks ago? I said that would make a great tat. All right, let's see the message. We need to hear it again. So as I look at it, I don't know. I just feel so supported looking at this with this belt she has on and the, like Wonder Woman, those metal things here up her arm. She just feels like she is standing strong and firm no matter what. Disenchantment, mourning, and power. The Amber Star is the integration of the solar plexus chakra and the crystal spirit of amber. I love amber, a really powerful stone. The solar plexus is the yellow chakra situated above the navel and below the sternum. When combined with the passionate spirit of amber, this energetic vortex is the center of perception, personal power, and persona. The shadow side of this is grief. As the Amber Star, Electra inspires you to intentionally grieve, heal, and let go of any past woundings that you are clinging to. Forgiveness is simply conscious surrender for uniting peace and happiness. In doing so, you reclaim your sacred power. And I said this before, but I love that definition. Forgiveness is simply conscious surrender. Wow, love that. So, looks like we have a really amazing week coming up. Own who you are and go after what you want. Have fun with it. Be compassionate to others, but especially to yourself, because we are going through a hard time right now. We are birthing Mother Earth, and we all have our part in it. Not an easy time. Remembering to reach out for those partnerships and alliances that help you get through whatever gets you through the night. And then bringing in that light, knowing the light is here. The light has already won. It's just playing itself out. And celebrate those wins, not only for the bigger picture. What are the wins that you've had in the midst of COVID and everything else? We're still standing, and you made it through. And we don't know what tomorrow brings, but we're going to celebrate all those little small wins and embracing yourself and others that are around you, and then forgiving yourself for, and what I get a big hit on is humanity with this. Earth didn't get this way by herself. All of us had a part in it, whether you were conscious of it or not. So remember that I'm going to forgive myself, and I'm going to forgive everybody in the world, for they know not what they do. Some of them, right? So it should be good to take inventory this week as the week is going by and really have fun and celebrate. It's not too often we get these cards. Amazing. So have an amazing week. Bye-bye.